one.
Oh, hello. Sorry, I just finished the Spanish one. Hello, Our Lady of the Greenwood. Welcome to your little 3 minutes and one take. Just kind of a quick update about the capital campaign. We're at 2.9 million pledge, which is excellent. We're doing great. There's a couple of events coming up on December, I don't remember. December 14th will kind of be our final push on a Sunday, and we'll have a few testimonies at the masses about the capital campaign. So again, just a reminder, please be as generous as possible to help us renovate our church and make it look beautiful. The second thing is NCYC is going on right now. That's the National Catholic Youth Conference. About 25 of our youth are there right now. This is Thursday. By the time you watch this, they'll have been back. But, pray for them and that they had a good experience and that the Lord touches their lives. And just know that our youth are growing up in kind of a tough age, and it's really great for them to be able to see other Catholics who are committed to their faith. So just keep them in prayer that God continues to work in their lives. We got about 25 kids going. The third one announcement I have is the St. Andrew dinner is happening on November 30th. This is a dinner that takes place at the seminary. It's particularly directed towards young men who might be discerning a vocation, although really it's more just, you don't have to be thinking of priesthood immediately, but if it's just kind of like some place where you can kind of learn a little bit about what seminary life is like, hear from a couple priests. So I've invited some guys to go, but if you're at all interested, if you're a young man in high school or in your 20s, and you have some interest in just kind of knowing what a seminary is like or what priesthood life might be like, again, you don't have to be actively discerning to go to this. Just give me a call or send me an email. My number and email is in the bulletin. And we are taking a group from here. We're going to leave at 4:15 outside the Adoration Chapel in the north parking lot. And we're going to take a bus to the dinner, and then we'll be back here by 8. So if you're interested in that, or if you have a son who might be interested in that, they can bring a friend. I'd like to invite them to the St. Andrew's dinner. Finally, just happy Thanksgiving to everyone. I wished everyone a happy Thanksgiving last week because I had the wrong time for Thanksgiving for some reason. So it's actually this week. Happy Thanksgiving. After the 9 o'clock Mass, we will have a blessing of food. So if you have food that you're going to cook for Thanksgiving, or maybe food you've already cooked, I guess you can bring it in a cooler or something, we are going to bless all of the food that you're going to eat for Thanksgiving after that Mass. And then on the following Sunday, it's Advent. Believe it or not, we're almost in the first week of Advent. We are going to bless all Advent wreaths. So if you have an Advent wreath that you use in your home, just bring that to Mass. And after or during the Mass, I haven't decided yet, we will bless your Advent wreath. Finally, just a quick note. Today, this Sunday, is the Feast of Christ the King. And there's always a little bit... The Feast of Christ the King is often the gospel has to do with Jesus dying on the cross, and today's gospel is no exception. There's always a little bit of irony when we celebrate the Feast of Christ the King. His crown is a crown of thorns, etc. So in today's gospel, Jesus Christ is dying on the cross with the good and the bad thief next to him, and the good thief says, Lord, remember me when you come into your kingdom, and Jesus says to him, today you will be with me in paradise. It's a nice little reflection that Jesus Christ the King, is suffering with the sinner. And he's suffering not only with him, but for him. And so it's a kind of a good, just quick reminder to us, right? You might feel like you're a terrible person. You might feel like you're the worst sinner or the most horrible person of all or whatever. But God loves you, and he actually is suffering with you and for you. And he wants also to bring you into his kingdom and into paradise. Thanks. Have a blessed day.